Statistically speaking, you're literally sleep deprived right now since quite a while, actually, especially if you're young. And you know what the worst part is? The worst part is that you probably don't even know. And so that's why in this video, I'm going to first of all share with you why you don't want to be sleep deprived. Secondly, how to tell if you're actually sleep deprived. And thirdly, what you can actually do to fix the problem. Because let me tell you, since the day I actually discovered how important my sleep was for my health, for my physical health, my mental health, and everything, that's when I actually started improving my sleep and my life became so much better, bro. Let me tell you it. And you know, the fun thing is that I actually helped other people improve their sleep, and everyone literally told me the same thing. Everyone. There has been no one who didn't tell me that life is literally so much better when you sleep well. And, you know, literally, I've noticed on myself how I have more testosterone. Literally, when I don't sleep well, I don't even get a morning boner. So that's a really clear sign that my testosterone is lower. When I sleep well, on the other hand, I'm full of energy. I have higher testosterone, full of motivation, way more concentration. My gains, strength and muscle gains are way, way, way better. And literally, I'm way happier and have a way higher life quality in general. And so since that day, 1.5 years ago, when I discovered how crucial my sleep was for a good life, I always try to be optimizing it and actually perfecting my sleep. But to be really honest, there have been some times, some rare times, but still way too many times where I actually ended up not sleeping as much or in the right time or in the right quality. And I immediately started feeling it. You know, just for example, the other week, I was in a trip in Switzerland camping with my friends. So we were there going from one cliff jumping spot to the other one. And guess what? We sometimes even came, you know, at the camping place at about 9-10 p.m. So we still had to make our tents, still had, you know, to shower. We still had to eat. And obviously I didn't go to sleep very early because of that. You know, the interesting thing, I was sleeping the right amount. I was waking up at 9-10 in the morning sometimes. So I was sleeping 9 to 10 hours, but I was feeling so tired throughout the day. And that's not even the worst part, because after 1 or 2 days, I stopped feeling like I was feeling bad. You know, being tired, low motivation, you know, worse mood and all of those kind of things, lower testosterone was becoming my new baseline. And because of that, I stopped really feeling a difference. And that is when I noticed how dangerous it actually is to be chronically sleep deprived, because you literally don't know. And looking back at my own life, where I was still sleep deprived about 2 years ago and more, that's when I realized that back then I didn't know, because when you have low testosterone, you have low motivation, low energy, your gains in the gym are shit, your concentration is bad, your mood is bad, you don't really know how much better life is when you sleep well. Now, on the other hand, that I know, after a few days, I stopped feeling it, but at least I remember how much better my life is. And so I immediately try to get back at sleeping well. And so how do you actually tell if you are sleep deprived or not? It's actually very simple. Let me ask you something. How do you feel when you wake up, and how do you feel throughout the day? If the answer is, yeah, I don't feel like full of energy, wanting to jump out of bed and wanting to smash the day in the morning, and I don't feel full of energy like all day long, that is very probably because you're kind of sleep deprived. At least that's one of the main explanations. If on the other hand, you know, you jump out of bed, you're full of energy, you're full of motivation, you literally don't want to get back to sleep straight away when you wake up or when your alarm rings, and throughout the day you feel full of energy, full of enthusiasm, have crazy, you know, mood and energy and strength and all of those kind of things, that's when you know that you're actually sleeping well. But for most people, especially if you're young, that's very probably not the case. And so what can you actually do against it? What can you actually do to get and bring your, you know, your baseline at this level? Because very probably you're right now here and you don't know how much better life is up here. Now I know how much better life is up here. And in those rare times where I bring my baseline down here, I want to immediately get it back up because it's so much better literally life is so much better. And everyone I've heard who has improved their sleep tell me the exact same thing. So what can you do? It's actually very simple. I won't repeat myself in this video because I already made a full guide on how to improve your sleep, how to maximize your sleep. Because let me tell you, it's not just about how much you sleep. It's also about the sleep quality, and it's also about when you go to sleep. The last 2 days, I was sleeping my 9 to 10 hours, as said, but my sleep quality was shit. And I was going to sleep way too late, waking up way too late. And so I wasn't feeling full of energy, wanting to jump out of bed and wanting to smash the day. That's how I feel now when I've actually gotten back my baseline up here. And so, as said, you will have my video in the description down below. I will also put a time where you can literally skip the intro and all of those kind of things. So you can literally just skip that minute, and you literally have all the implementations, all the implementable steps to fix your sleep right now, so you don't waste your time any longer. Anyways, really hope this video helped you out. If you did, and if you liked it, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Do not miss on my future videos. Anyways, also wish you all the best, bro, and see you very soon, hopefully. Ciao.